So, hold on. Let me clean my thing real good. Okay, there we go. Alright. If you guys are not seeing all these people getting fired for hating on Charlie Kirk and celebrating on his death, you guys, y'all need some serious Jesus, man. Like, y'all ain't right for that. Like, why in the world would you be celebrating a man's death? Like, make it make sense. Oh, wait, I know why. Because you're on the left and you're liberals and you're celebrating because somebody convinced you that he was a hateful, racist individual. And he said things that did not fit your agenda. You dum-dums. Oh, man, the thing is about that man, he was a great debater. He was a very respectful person when he sat there and he went to all the colleges and stuff. And he just sat under his like his little tent with his microphone, his hats, bottle of water, and he debate people at canvases and stuff. You know what I'm trying to say, college campuses. But he was debating people. He was very respectful. He would call out some of like the things that you're saying and correct you with factual stuff that's out there. Very factual. And he was spreading the word of God. He was a very religious man. He was just spreading his beliefs, of like God. And the way he was with his opinions. But he was a great debater, great commentator, very respectful man, but a good man overall. But for him to go out, because of his beliefs, because somebody had a pew-pew from up on a high building, man, like, who in their right mind would go out and do such a thing to a good man? Who? Someone that's got a hate in their heart? No, hey, Jenny. No self-respect, no nothing, but you're gonna hate a man for his opinion and you do the violence thing. That is not right. The same old thing that happened to MLK and JFK. They both had some stuff that they spoke about. And people did not like them. It's okay to have a difference of opinion, but to go out and pew-pew somebody because of their opinion? Maybe you're the problem. Think about that. Maybe you're the problem. Since you crazy people want to go out and go and say violence is the answer, and the news wants to say, but it's just a peaceful protest. Burning cities, rioting, and looting is not peaceful protest. Like the same old thing with the old George Floyd stuff. That's not peaceful protest. When I saw the video of people huddled around with their arms around each other, with their heads in a circle, they were praying. They were doing what Charlie Kirk was set out on his mission. Unlike what the left did compared to the right. And don't get me wrong, there is crooked on both sides. On both sides. So, we'll get that corrected. In case somebody's like, well, but you're on one side. Well, of course I'm on one side, but I'm on the side that I feel is best suited for what I believe in, or where I also should stand. Because of the person I am and what my beliefs and where my stances is on it. So, I believe in common sense, and I believe in a lot of the good stuff that's out there. I would go into detail that I don't want this to drag on and be a long string. But just for people to pew-pew somebody because of their opinion, you're the problem. You're the problem. You can have a different opinion, but you don't go out there and pew-pew another man or woman. That makes you the problem. And for you crazy folk that doing them things, you shouldn't be allowed to have a gun. You shouldn't. Because it's insanity versus sane people. It's insanity versus sanity. So, it's good versus evil. I don't get why these people want to go out and do these dumb things, but they do it anyway. Why? Because they hate a person and they just can't handle the truth. And they go out and do something dangerous and stupid. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. As an American, we should be able to have freedom of speech. And people, okay, I've learned this already. This has been planted in my brain like a seed. But people are allowed to criticize the things you say and correct on it. So that they can do. That they can do. There shouldn't be no holding back as long as no one goes pew pew on somebody. As long as it's a peaceful, respectful, easygoing debate, no problems, and both sides can agree to disagree, point out the facts and the flaws, and go on about their day. He wasn't racist. He was respectful. He was a good dude. He just sat there and did his thing, spread his message, and now look at the following he has. He has over 1 million people worldwide that following his footsteps. The reason certain people are getting backlash is because of the things they said, because they're out. Certain things that they're wording it. It's the way they're wording it that got them fired and got them under a lot of pressure. Because yes, the world is allowed to have freedom of speech, but when you say certain things mocking a person's death, you cannot get away with that. You just can't get away with that. Well, yeah. He took it out with a pew-pew, you dumb. He's taken out with a pew-pew. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hey, Glory. Glory! Yeah, it is messed up. It is messed up that people that end up losing their life for using their beliefs and opinion. And it is messed up, and it's very sad. But people shouldn't be out here doing that, dude. It's disrespectful. That'd be like someone going out and defiling a grave and someone records them defiling it. That'd be like spitting on it, urinating on it, crapping on it, or even leaving their dirty underwear on it. Same concept applies. Same concept applies. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the perfect or best man out here, but when I got common sense, I'm gonna use common sense. Well, that's the thing. People didn't like him because of his opinion and for some of the controversial things he covered but knew about. They silenced him because he knew something. They silenced him because he knew something. He was very, very catching on to something. Especially if it regarded Israel and involving the Zionist Jews. There was a lot that was uncovered. A lot. I'm not going to be able to go into detail because if I sit here and go into detail, I'll be going on for endless hours. I don't want to sit here and bore people. That's not what I come here to do. I'll just come here and speak up on it. It's just disrespectful for people out here celebrating a man's death. It's not right. It's not cool. It's just not. Like I said, that would be about the same if somebody was out recording and you decide to go out and think it's a good idea to go out there and defile somebody's grave by urinating, spitting on it, or even crapping on it, and dropping your dirty underwear on it. Or go out and spray paint their tombstone with paint. Nobody should ever do that. That's very disrespectful. Yeah, because he knew something. There is some connection somewhere that people are hiding and trying to cover something up. There's more that's going on that meets the eye. But yeah, I'm proud to be an American. I stand with Charlie Kirk, and I will never, ever quit waving this flag high and proud. I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to stand up for the freedom of speech and use my voice and use this platform like it's supposed to be used. And I will continue to spread the word, spread the gossip, and spread the message that's important to spread. No, they still got it. They still got it. They're hiding something. That's why they're acting all the way they're acting. They're hiding something. There's a little bit more. There's a little bit more to what's really going on behind the scenes. And besides, that guy that they captured and apprehended, he had the rifle in his pants going up the stairs. Apparently he had, and when he was in his college dorm, he had a trans partner. There was some trans, what was it, slogans or something on the casing of the bullets. And it was apparently the first guy, the old man, was apparently a trans activist. But he wasn't the actual person that did the pew pew. It was the Robinson guy, Tyler Robinson, I believe. But it come to find out he had a trans partner in his dorm at the college that he was in. And apparently the guy was supposedly Republican, is what I remember seeing when the Hodge twins were showing it and talking about it. But the thing of it is, to me, is like, I think it's the college system that are corrupting a lot of the youth and brainwashing a lot of people. I mean, I've heard a lot of things. Nah, that's why I ain't going to college. I ain't going to college. No. I'm 26 years old, not going to college. If I'm going to do anything, I'll teach myself something. It's because they're hiding something, my guy. And more likely, it might be because certain Republicans are probably winos. They're probably Democrats trying to be Republicans. And they probably don't agree 100% on what Trump is saying. Or they could be correct. That it is. Because of the way that the government has their claws in it. On what they can push and control. What they push and control. Exactly. It's all about controlling the system. It's all about running it the way it is. And I heard some goofball say that the way the MAGA people look at Charlie Kirk, he was a MAGA Jesus. He was a MAGA Jesus, and I got lost at sea. Man, he was a martyr. He only carried out the word of God. He was just doing God's work. He was just an ordinary man doing God's work. I would definitely say he was a martyr. But I wouldn't go as far to say as a MAGA Jesus. Now, that might have been something that could have been pushed off on the news. That probably misinterpreted and the way they were like presenting it, like misrepresented. Yeah, he was a good man. He was. Some of his stuff popped up. I even agreed with some of his points of view on the whole women's thing. But as a conservative, I do not believe that women should go back to the 1940s. Women should be allowed to do what they choose to do. And it is 2025. I think there should be a little bit of a new change within some of the conservative point of view. Instead of women being stuck at home, making sandwiches and doing housework all the time, they should be able to do things just as well as us men. And don't get me wrong, there may be certain things that they cannot do, and sometimes men can do better. And that's fine. It's not being sexist. It's just true. It's all about fitting the qualifications. If you're not qualified, then you're not qualified. But if you're qualified, then you do it. It's all about having the right skills and doing things. It's all about having the right skills and the right mindset and understanding what you're doing. That's all it is. How do I know this? It's because of a little bit of research and just listening. A little bit of research and listening. I don't know everything, okay? I'm not that comprehendingly smart. Well, if they don't have a baby, then both of the partners should be allowed to go out and do whatever they want to do. That still allows, like, that still takes care of the house, pays the bills, and still does all that stuff from time to time. They can have a purpose, both of them. You're a white Jesus. I wish I was a Jesus. I'm just speaking the God. No, nobody was trying to take your rights. That was all freaking misconstrued. You guys, if it wasn't for the women's right movement back in the 1800s, I think. 1800s. Oh God, I'm gonna get hit with that one. But in those times, that's when the women's rights movement was a thing. Like, you guys voted to have the same rights and the same equal opportunities as men, which I think is fair. All men and women are created equal. Not just for the thing to say all men were created equal. No, all men and women were created equal. That should also be included. Instead of just men. Like, unless that's just interpreting unless they're interpreting it as like the stronger individual that is more than capable of handling the situations, the job, the build, probably maybe the walk of life. Like, I don't know how they're trying to interpret that or put that in perspective. But there's so much stuff out there that is just so complacent. Like, I get it that men do all the heavy work and all the tough stuff. But women should also have the same opportunity to do some things like that too. Instead of just men. It should be both men and women. Like I said, it's all about being qualified and underqualified. Alright, Glory. Love you. Yep. Tender love and care. And trouble, maybe, if that's what it is. Hey, Snarky, I like you a lot, my friend. You're awesome. You're awesome. I'm glad I met you from where I met you, and then you came over here like, you're cool as shit. You're cool as shit. You're a goofball, so I feel like you fit in perfectly over here. You fit perfectly over here. Heck, I saw you like did you see my Asian black bear and an American black bear, a little AI thing? I was thinking in my Zoo Tycoon mood back then. White Jesus. Wow, I'm getting praised. You were very highly recommended. What you mean, like my channel? What do you mean, like my channel when you came over here? Well, when I came over, I think when I met you through your friend that did all the police videos. I don't remember his name now. I don't. But I remember that's how I met you through him. And then you all come over to my channel and subscribed. I hope I didn't drive him away back when I was doing all my rants and about the drama and all that nonsense. At least this is a much better video than what I've done before. Yeah. Well, unlike earlier's live, it did not look good. I did not look good. I felt like I was being a little bit petty and be more in my emotions when I've been trying to. I've been trying to get out of the drama and get out of that nonsense instead of staying so stuck on it. But a lot of the mindset that I've got was because of Ryan Upchurch. That's why I got the thing HB. I'm a holler boy. Holler if you need someone when you got a chip on the shoulder and you need something done. So. I don't know what the. Yeah, it's because it was something. It was because of a lot of it's stuff that maybe you weren't aware of. More likely, you're not into that community. But it happens, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Why? So why? So why? Why? So you can try to dox me? Is that what you want? What? So you can dox me? Jenny, are you still here? Get rid of that goof. Get rid of that goof. I feel like I know who that is. So this guy looks like he may be trying to look for certain information. I try to be like a doxer or some crap. No, I'm not doing that crap. And I don't feel that was a genuine question. I kind of felt like you really wanted to know some personal address information. No, we're not doing that. Not doing that. No, sir. That's why I privated some of my blogs. We're gonna stay private for a long time until all this other crap subsides. And once it fully subsides, I'll be back on my own bullshit. Oh, I like interacting with you. At least I got someone that I won't have to worry about being told that I'm creating trouble in their post or suggesting things. Like I wasn't trying to make it seem like that. But at least I'm glad I got you. I try to be the diamond in the rough. Like I make the reference all the time. The like finding a diamond in it. It's like trying to. I try to be the gold mine in the. I try to be the diamond in the gold mine. That's what I try to be. Yeah. That's why I try to mainly just focus on like my own drama. But the drama that I create is fake instigated drama with like entertainment and this freaking guy. Hi ho, Kermit Frog here. Now you sit down. And he fell off drunk. Exactly. That's why I quit doing that. That's why I quit doing all the rants. That's why I quit doing a lot of that stuff. I keep going back to that issue, but I've really done so good to actually, not do that as much as I used to. I just sometimes hate that I fall back into it. What kind of frog is this? The same kind of frog that Alex Jones said that the water was turning gay. The water's turning the frogs gay. Here comes Kermit.
Hello, give me a kiss.
No.
Give me a kiss.
No.
Give me a kiss.
No.
Yep.
He's dead. Poor frog. Yeah. guys, I'm like I said, I'm gonna sincerely apologize for my live earlier. I did delete it. A lot of the other stuff that I've got privated. A lot of the other stuff that I've got privated is in case I need to hang on to it, in case there was ever like some sort of just in case anything ever happens. In case I ever need to look back at it or ever need to keep like have it in case people wanna try to twist certain things I said, so that's why I'm keeping it. Kind of like Batman having a contingency plan when he was taking out every single member of the Justice League. R.I.P. to another great legend, but my all-time favorite voice actor, Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace to a great legendary Batman voice actor. There ain't never gonna be another man like him. My all-time favorite. I'm like, what's that mean? Oh, Lord. I don't know what that means. I'm so confused. I like Snark. She's awesome, but she's messing with me now. Oh, shit. I don't know what that... Unless that means left, right. There's certain things I don't know. Later, Tater. Oh! Oh, yeah. If you're live tomorrow, well, actually, if you're live, I'll be at the fire station tomorrow. I'm going to be at the fire station. I may end up missing your live. People can't see. Yeah, true, Jenny. Yep, true. I should know that, you know. Yeah. I'm also over there, too. Lighter, tighter. Well, don't be a potato, okay? Or you is the potato. Like I said, guys, like I said, sincerely to my apologies for that live earlier. I know it's not that big of a deal to some people, but I kind of feel that might have the way I probably went off probably painted me a certain way. So, like I said, I'm sincerely sorry for all that. Another thing, let's do what Charlie Kirk wanted all of us to do, and that's come together and stop the divide and stop fighting, and let's carry out his mission. That's either within like his beliefs within God and how he carried that out, or also just the way with common sense and be nice and be kind to others and be truthful. So, he's a man that spoke of many good things and will never be forgotten. I'm keeping this live up, so yeah. All right, guys, y'all have a good one. Please take care of yourselves and take care. See you later.